Hi, this is Sophie Andrell. I want to share something with you. I get a lot of questions when we're doing the Facebook business page workshop on, well, wait, how do I limit what I get from people and what people see on my human Facebook page, on my human profile? So this is what this is about. Just a couple quick tips, the simplest tips I can think of for you. And I think that's very, very, very effective as well. So first, I'm going to show you how you can categorize your friends into two lists, close friends and acquaintances. And then you're able to decide what you get from those that you've deemed as acquaintances and those that you deemed as close friends. So I'll show you that because that's really the simplest way to categorize your friends. And then I'm going to show you how to set some of your privacy settings. So let's start with the friends. You go to your own Facebook page, you go to your own Facebook human profile. So how to get there is when you click on Facebook, it takes you to home. You want to click on your name. So click on your name. In some cases, it actually shows your picture, kind of shows up a little bit different on some different profiles. So you click on that, you end up here where you've got your human icon, that whatever you've chosen for your profile picture, your cover. So then what you want to do is just click on friends. Up comes a list of all of your friends. Up comes a list of all of your friends. So what you want to do here is you might decide that, let's see this one. Well, let's change this one because this one's incorrect. So this is a friend of mine, Jay, and we can get notifications, set settings, or I can turn her into a close friend. And that's what I'd like to do because she's a close friend. Say she was an acquaintance, somebody I met at a session that we're really not that close. I could just turn her into an acquaintance if I want to. Or I could create other lists, but I'm not going to show you that here. I find those two to be sufficient for my needs, close friends or acquaintances. So you'll notice when I have it on just acquaintances, this little check mark turns off. And I'll show you why that is in a second. When I put it on close friends, the check mark is there, which means I'm actually going to get updates from her. If I click on settings, it lets me indicate what do I want from this person. I want all updates, or maybe I just want most updates, or maybe important updates, updates that Facebook deems as important. In this case, I want all updates. So I'm going to go back. So again, how did we do that? You simply, and this one's wrong as well. So if I click on this, I get this list, and I just basically decide if I want them to be close friends or acquaintances, in this case, close friends. And another thing you can do from this is say somebody you've decided, they keep on posting and I don't want to be acquainted with this person anymore. For some reason, you decided you should block this person. All you do is you can click on block, and you can hide them so you no longer see the updates, but you're still friends. You unfriend them so their posts won't show up on your timeline, or you can block them, which means they won't be able to you won't be able to contact each other, and that automatically unfriends you as well. I did it by mistake, just like this in a session to a friend of mine, and I unfriended them and was a little embarrassed. Or you can submit a report. And what that does is it actually, don't do that unless you're serious. You're going to submit a report that they're abusing the system somehow. So, and that goes to Facebook. So those are three things you can do to, limit that person's, again, interaction with you. So again, how did we get there? We clicked on friends, and that took us to this to this page where you can decide if someone is close friends or if somebody is an acquaintance, and you decide what you're going to do with them. So that's there. The second thing I want to show you is up here. On some people, this looks like a down arrow. On other people's Facebook profile, it looks like a widget. So mine happens to look like a widget. You'll notice on yours it might look like a down arrow. You click on that, and what you get will be a little bit different. it's all here. I get all the business pages that I support, and then that I manage. But what you'll have, and because I've created ads and I manage ads, I get this. You might not get that there if you have no ads, but you might have just basically the word settings. Again, Facebook will have, in some cases, it's just the word settings. In other cases, it's the word account settings and privacy. So where I'd like you to go is privacy. So you click on privacy, and this is where you can indicate who will see my stuff. So who will see your stuff? So you can say who will see your future posts. It can't change who's already seen your stuff. That's why it's saying future posts. So this is what you need to decide. I think this is one that you really need to look at. You need to decide, you have these choices. Click on edit, and you can basically have just the public, everyone see it. You can have friends, so those people you've already decided are going to be your friends. You can have friends except acquaintances. So remember when I showed you when we clicked on the friends, and you have choices of is somebody a friend or is someone just an acquaintance? If you've clicked on acquaintance, they're not going to see your future posts. They can come to your page, but it's not going to end up on their timeline. Only me. Some people do this where they've only created a human page because they wanted to be an administrator on a business page. So in this case, you may want to be only me. And then you could also say just close friends or family. So this is, I have it set to public, of course, because my business is online. So I think for to keep life simple, again, you're here at the little widget-looking symbol or a down arrow, depending on your Facebook profile, and then you're going to go to privacy settings, and here you click on who can see my stuff. You might want to look at the rest of these and decide how people can contact you, who can look you up, and also limit that to what's comfortable for you. But those are generally the two things that I think helps people control their world on the personal Facebook. If you block somebody and like to unblock them, this is where you can go to click on blocking, and it brings up a list of everybody that you've blocked, and you can unblock them. Then you have to go back and ask them to be friends again, though. The final thing that you want to do is to limit and control the notifications that you get on Facebook. So where you do that is right here. You click on notifications, and that takes you to this: how you get notifications and what you get notified on. So the one I suggest you look at is what you get notified on. So you can go, I would go through all of these, but this is the most critical one, I think. Click on this one, which is on Facebook, what you get notified on. And this is for your close friends. This is where you can determine. Remember we said, here are your close friends. So all you would do simply here is decide, choose to whether you want to get notifications about close friends. So you can say, no, I don't want to have anything different on that. But this is where, say you've had a handful of friends that are really close and family, and you want to stay in touch, you could actually have Facebook email you their updates, or you get the notifications just on, meaning emailing you their that they've posted something, or you can just get notified about the fact that they post something on Facebook. So it would be up here in this little, there would be 1 or 2 or 3, however many that you've missed, would come up on your notifications, or you can turn that off. So that I think is important. You can get notified if someone tags you. I suggest that's a good idea because I like to control what I've been tagged on, so you can determine if you want to be tagged on that or not. So these are elements that I think you should look at. Again, we got there from going to this down arrow, clicking on settings or privacy settings. We went through this first, which is who can see your stuff. I would also go through who can contact you. Just look at each of these, then go over to the edit and determine which is more effective for you. Everyone can contact you, or just those people that are your friends. And then after you've done that, and again, where did we look up here? Who can see your future posts? This was up here as to who can see your future posts. So that would be the public, your friends, only you, and that really helps you control who can see your posts in the world of Facebook. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, and thank you for coming along for the privacy session. Bye now.